clip featured in the Skyrim clip of the week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyeni, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 234 now, guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But like always, before we jump into them, I want to remind you guys that I'm partnered with Gamersups, which in my opinion is the best energy drink on the market. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to check out the description where you can find the link to their store page, and you can also use the code RTD for a 10% discount on all your purchases. I also want to say, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any brand new mods each and every single week. Now that all that's out of the way, we can jump into this week's mods, and starting us off we have the Airgetlam Modern Magic Sounds mod. Now the mod page reads that Airgetlam is a high quality 3D and 4D modern magic casting and sound effect rework replacer. They've been working on it for a very long time, and it includes a major redesign and quality of life fixes. These include changes to the volume of the spells. You now have 3D fire and ice explosions as well as impact sounds. All the magic schools now have unique sounds as well, and there's over 107 unique sounds in total, all in high quality, more so than vanilla. Now it's also important to note that there's a bunch of other spell mods that you can use alongside this that will actually work with the sounds as well, such as the Odin Magic mod as well as the Mysticism mod that adds a bunch of spells into the game. And what kind of a showcase would this be if I didn't let you hear some of the new sounds for yourself? So let's jump in and see what some of these new spells sound like. Now as you can see, these sounds are completely different than the vanilla game sounds, and I really like them. I think they're very high quality, and the fact that whenever you're running a mage character, you'll be using, fire, ice, and a bunch of different spells. A lot of the spells kind of sound the same or sound similar, or maybe it just feels that way because the game's been out for 10 years and we're just, hearing the same sounds over and over again. But if you want to change up the sounds and have every spell have a unique sound, then the Airgetlam Modern Magic Sounds mod is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out because, like I said, it changes every single sound for every spell in the game, so you'll have a completely new experience whenever you start up a mage character. And that's definitely why this mod's featured here at our number 5 spot, so I'd recommend downloading it and giving it a try for yourself. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have a brand new follower mod called Auri Updated, Song of the Green. The mod page reads that Song of the Green is a fully voiced follower and quest mod, which centers around Bosmer culture and tradition. Auri, a traditionalist wood elf archer, will follow you, do your bidding, and offer occasional snarky commentary about your surroundings and actions. And if you want, that'll be the extent of the relationship. But if you choose to, however, expressing interest in Bosmeri culture and Auri herself, she'll make the companion open up to you and perhaps reveal more of the reasons for her arrival in Skyrim. The more you speak to her, the more she'll have to say, and finishing her mini-quest will unlock more idle commentary, as well as several other conversations. The features of this mod include over 900 voice lines of unique dialogue, including conversation topics about Bosmer culture, location-based conversations, idols, and even quest commentary. There's also a very simple approval system. There's scenes with vanilla NPCs, including Faendal, Serena, as well as the Hearthfire children. There's banter with Lucian and Inigo. I can't believe they implemented Inigo in here. I think that's awesome. Inigo is one of my favorite follower mods, so that's just the icing on the cake here. There's also a simple mini quest that goes along with this mod, and she even has her own mount, but will only ride it if you have a horse as well. The romance option is independent from vanilla marriage, and you can find her in Falkreath Hold inside of Auri's pod on your minimap. Now, we've covered so many different follower mods on this channel, and all of them really tend to feel the same. The only ones that have stuck out would be Lucian, Inigo, and, a couple others like Serena Dialogue is pretty good as well. But, there's never one that, breaks the boundaries of what we can do with followers. But I think that they tried really hard here, and I think they made it work very, very well with Auri Updated, because over 900 voice lines you'll be able to hear your followers say. I think that's incredible because the original followers in Skyrim are very dull. They have the same voice lines over and over again. Even if you include mods like the Relationship Dialogue Overhaul and other mods, sometimes it just still doesn't feel like enough and they don't feel like a real person. But this mod goes above and beyond, adding so many voice lines and so many different variables to what she'll say and when, that she'll actually feel like an own character that you actually have by your side as you're exploring Skyrim, and that's definitely why this mod's featured here at our number 4 spot, so I strongly recommend downloading the Auri Updated Song of the Green follower mod. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have a brand new weapon bundle mod called the Silverthorn Weaponry 2K. The mod page reads that this is a pack of 34 high-quality texture items made by Billy Rowe. And with these 34 items, they cover most of the vanilla weapon types, such as 4 one-handed swords, 4 two-handed swords, 2 one-handed axes, 2 battle axes, 2 spears, 2 maces, 2 warhammers, 4 daggers, 2 katanas, 2 tachis, I think that's how you pronounce it, as well as other ninjatos, heavy shields, and light shields that you can now have on your character. There's also some optional files included, such as scabbards for the swords and holsters for the spears, battle axes, and warhammers. So in reality, the pack is 17 separate items that have a silver and black colorway, and then another 17 with an alternate darker steel colorway as well. And as you can see as I'm swinging and showcasing some of these weapons here, these look absolutely badass. They're very high quality, they come in a 2K texture, so they're going to fit along every other weapon that you have in Skyrim. And having them added all into the steel category I think was a great idea, because a lot of the weapon mods we download tend to focus on Daedric, Ebony, and like the later game type of weapons. But if you're just starting up a character, or maybe you're like midway through and you're starting to get your smithing skill up and you just unlocked the steel category, then the Silverthorn Weaponry 2K is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out, because it completely expands your arsenal whenever it comes to the steel section. And with all these new weapons at your disposal, there's so many different ways that you can play the game and different strategies that you can use and ways to approach bandit camps and just overall how you play Skyrim. And I think that's definitely why this mod deserves the number 3 spot this week. So if you're looking to completely expand your arsenal and use some new weapons that have very high quality textures, then the Silverthorn Weaponry 2K mod is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out. Coming in at a number 2 spot, we have another mod pack that I think is going to completely change the way that mages play Skyrim. This is the Mystical Scholarship, the Magical College Bundle. This bundle aims at bringing together some great mods that improve the College of Winterhold and its associated quests, along with some general improvements for all mages. The Magical College of Winterhold has been used, which is a very, very popular mod on this channel. I don't think I've had the Magical College of Winterhold disabled pretty much at all in the past year or so. It's one of the best College of Winterhold mods, so that's right here at the top of this bundle. And then it also has its add-on, which is the Magical Staves and Staves. And then there's improvements and additional dialogue fixes for the college quests. It restores some cut content from the Staff of Magnus quest. There's also a player home on an island near Winterhold available when you become Archmage. Archmage robes are now disenchantable. There's now a bunch of NPCs added to the college, as well as they have things to do as well and will wander around and use idols, furniture, and workstations. Dragon Priest masks are now clothing, which is a very good thing because you can combine it with a bunch of different armor sets now. You now have the Crown of the Archmage available now, there's new robes, there's additional Thalmor attacks as you progress through the college storyline, changes to the vanilla staff of the Magnus model to make it look better, equippable tomes, which adds books that can be worn on your character's belt in order to increase the power of those spells. There's also unenchanted versions if you just want to wear books that don't affect spell power or enchant them on your own. And then one of my favorite additions that they added to this bundle here is there's a button just before the bridge in Winterhold that leads to the college. Whenever it's pressed, the button summons Feralda, who will then take her place at the start of the bridge, which is an absolute godsend for huge load orders and just a whole bunch of different mods out there that break Winterhold. This is because you press the button and then Feralda will spawn, and then you can just start the quest right then and there. You won't have to look for her at all, which I think is one of the best things that's added here in this bundle. I know it's sad to say because it's just a button that spawns somebody, but it's just a very helpful mod to most people in this modding community, I'm sure. They've also added spells that allow you to mine using magic now, including electromining for mining and liquefaction to turn raw materials into purified ingots. So if you have the spell, you'll never have to visit a smelter again, so that's actually pretty cool. There's also a well-rested bonus to the player's dorm bed, and re-added the glowing symbol removed from the base game college gates, so the gates look better. Now, it's almost impossible for me to showcase everything that this mod adds in one simple video, so hopefully me just talking about the mods gave you a little bit of an idea on what you're going to be expecting when you download this mod, but trust me when I say this is one of the best magic mods that I've seen in a while, and if you're playing a mage, it would definitely feel naked if you didn't have this mod in your load order, because this covers so much whenever it comes to a mage all in one mod, and it comes in at 45.69 megabytes, which is very small compared to how much is included here. So if you're playing a mage character, or you plan on playing a mage character, and you're looking for a new mod that bundles everything together, then the Mystical Scholarship Magical College Bundle is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out, and that's why it's featured here at a number 2 spot, so I'd recommend downloading it. Coming in at a number 1 spot, we have a brand new bundle mod called the Cities of the North All-in-One. This is a huge bundle of all of the City of the North mods, and the mod page reads that Cities of the North is my project to create a custom tile set for each of the 4 minor cities. This is Dawnstar, Morthal, Falkreath, and Winterhold. There are more than enough overhauls of these on the Nexus, but I've never felt like each of these cities was truly unique. The difference between these 4 and 5 major cities is simple. The unique architecture of Solitude, Whiterun, Riften, Windhelm, and Markarth each have a strong visual identity, and you immediately know if you're in the Reach or the Rift just by looking at the buildings. I wanted to do the same for the 4 hold capitals that were made of farmhouses, and thus had no real identity independently of which overhaul you used. This project aims to stay close to vanilla and be as compatible with other mods as possible, and the idea is that you can use some of your favorite overhauls or combination of them, and install this mod with a necessary patch, and give the unique architectural style to the version of the city you prefer. The mod creator hopes this project brings you a little something that was missing in your cities. And the features of this mod include new unique models for every building in Falkreath, Winterhold, Dawnstar, and Morthal, new interiors matching those buildings, they're all completely nav meshed, LODs have been completely generated for the area as well, and the Jarl's Longhouse music has been changed to match the major cities ones, and there's also 8 new interiors including homes and shops. The mod creator also recommends to install this mod on a new save, otherwise some objects may not be placed correctly in the interiors. So if you're looking to start a completely new character and you really don't like the way that the cities look, or maybe you just want them to be upgraded, then the Cities of the North all-in-one bundle is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out, because just look at some of these cities. They look completely different than what they did in the original game, and I think they're absolutely beautiful and unique, to the point where I think this is how the game should have, shipped these cities at the get-go. Whenever the game first came out, if the cities looked like this would really distinguish the cities from one another, because the mod creator's right. Yeah, a lot of the cities just tend to look the same based on what overhaul you're using, because of the amount of farmhouses they use and just how they reuse assets over and over again at Bethesda. This mod completely changes that and makes it so there's so many new assets in every city that you go to, and that's definitely why this mod's featured here at a number 1 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Cities of the North all-in-one bundle mod. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.